Hello, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you. Can you take a five-part article, what I call a five-chunk article, and turn it into a course, turn it into a membership? Okay, we're going to answer that question in just a moment. Welcome, everyone. This is Jeff Herring, and welcome to episode 32 of the Content Profit Show. And we've got a great guest coming up in just a moment. Now, if you are listening to this before today is what is today? The 20th. If you're listening to this before the 27th, I want you to go to jeffherring.com/Tom, T-O-M. jeffherring.com/Tom, because my original mentor, Tom Antheon, is doing a week-long virtual summit. I love the name because his podcast is called Screw the Commute, so you work at home. So it's the first ever Screw the Commute virtual telecast or virtual summit. And he's got 27 speakers. I'm one of them. He's doing a master class every day. It's all free. And what he's doing differently that I really like is that, usually when you do when you go to a summit, you got to wait all day for the show you want to watch, right? Not the way Tom's doing it. Hey, David Brown, how you doing, buddy? Not the way that Tom's doing it. They'll all come out at 9 o'clock that day, and you'll have total access for free for 48 hours. Now, there's ways to, get them forever, or forever being defined as however long they're alive. But anyway, it's an incredible training, and you get 2 free ebooks when you sign up. So jeffherring.com/Tom. If you're just joining us in a while, we have gone from 1 episode to 2 episodes to 3 episodes a week. Thanks to y'all. Thanks for making this such a popular thing so quickly. And right now the schedule is like today. Friday is at 2. Fridays at noon. Mondays at 4, and Wednesdays at 2. That way we spread out the time so we can get everybody in. Now, let me introduce to you my great student and buddy, Michele Phil. Hello, Michele. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jeff. Thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Well, it is a pleasure to have you here. Michele she helps women tap into their inner power through self-awareness. And I love the way you say this. Let's make the second half of life the best half. And we'll take a look at that in just a minute. So tell us a little bit about what that means. How do you work with women?
Well, I work with women. I recently launched a membership within my business, Newland Wellness. It's called Newbie, and it's about a new way to be. And as a result of working with me, women can tap into their inner power, take control, and find peace on a daily basis. It's through the self-awareness that I incorporate monthly that is helping women midlife make the second half the best half. It's time for us to live younger. Age is only a number. It's all a mind.
Yep. Age is a matter of mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. I love it. I love it. Do you work with a particular age?
I'm looking for 40s on up.
Okay.
So yes. Yeah. It's that midlife range.
There you go. All right. Well, great. Let's take a look at your article here. And here, let's do this so we can make it bigger for the folks. I think I wrote in the comments, you had me at "Don't Fit In, Stand Out," because what a great title.
Thank you.
And so 5 ways to tap into your inner strength. Cool graphic. Where'd you find that one? Is that an Upstream?
I found it on, what was it, maybe Pixel or something like that. And then I took it to Canva and I blurred out the other ladies.
Oh, I was wondering how that was done because I thought that's cool.
Thank you.
And so here's the thing I already read, folks. Through self-awareness, I help women tap into their inner power. I love how you make this statement and then give them the link. Let's make the second half of life the best half. The only thing I would change, You
Yeah.
get 160 characters here, and
Yeah.
I went over to my little character machine, and
Yeah.
you've got 153 here.
Yeah.
I would put a your right there, the second half of your life, the best.
Oh, okay, great.
Just a little tweak that makes it more personal.
All right.
Um, so let's see. Strength, give me some strength. I love it. Um, feeling the weight of the world. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Um, how? Through a few simple steps, 5 to be exact. I love it. So let's look at these 5. Come on now. Did I go past it? Oh,
Might be further a little further down.
yeah. A
There we go.
you have a long intro.
I
Uh,
do.
5 ways to tap into your inner strength. Step outside your comfort zone. What's that mean?
To me, that means creating new habits and routines to be that version of yourself that you're now looking to be through self improvement. We're no longer what our parents or our environment dictates, but what we choose to create.
Those excuses are over, right? Now, did you highlight this or is that somebody else highlighted?
No, that's somebody else.
I love it. I love how somebody highlighted these pieces for
Yeah.
each one. Practice positive thinking in all circumstances. Yep. Um, develop healthy routines and habits. Talking to somebody about that the other day, about it's not even with eating, it's not what you have every now and then. It's what you do every day.
Yes, correct.
Um, which amazes me that I don't have like diabetes because to stay awake in grad school, I mean, I lived on um, Reese's Pieces,
Oh,
Hershey Kisses, and Mountain Dew and Mr. Pibb. Anyway, um, spend time with empowered, uplifting people. What do you, Michelle? What do you feel like when you get around somebody that's the opposite? That's somebody that's negative.
for me, it's very draining.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it really is, and then I leave feeling just so lousy and hopeless, and we don't need that in any
No.
time, especially these times, these last 3 years
Exactly.
we've been in.
Exactly. The worst kind is, there's some people that you've been around them and you want to go shower. It's just like, ooh.
Yes.
Um, I try to stay away from soul sucking people too.
Yeah.
Don't follow the norm. I love it. I love it. Become resilient in what life brings you. I love it. Um, what I work with a lot of people that they want to do differently, but
Mhm.
they feel that pressure. Like I got to be this or I got to be that. What do you say to that kind of person?
To that, I've got to say, I totally get that, and I was once there. But there comes a point where we have to start leading the way and taking care of ourselves, especially as women. We are the caretakers, and we're doing for everybody else, and we put ourselves on the back burner. And who's going to take care of us? No one.
Right.
So it's time to set healthy boundaries, because when we take care of ourselves, ultimately we have more strength and power to then help those that need it, that we're looking to.
Yep.
And
Lead
it's
the way.
empowering.
Yeah. Lead the way.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. And then you wrap up. Oh, cool. A quiz. I love it.
Yes.
Um, good job. You got a lot of ways for people to reach you. Um, and a lot of people don't know you can do this on Medium. Boom, boom, boom. Sometimes what I'll do, and I can't believe I get away with this, but they haven't stopped me yet. Um, I'll put like, I'll pretend like this is my navigation bar across here.
Yeah.
I'll just put like, 3 or 4 or 5 and it seems to work. Um,
Nice.
so good job on this. Let's take it over here and turn it into something. Now, as I mentioned before we got on, this is just a rough draft. You've already mentioned the membership that you have, right?
Right.
Okay. How long have you had that?
I just launched it in the end of November for Black
Okay.
Friday.
So relatively new.
Hmm.
Okay. They're fun though, aren't they?
Oh, yes. Yes. I am
You
having
can
a
get that
great.
on one line. There we go. And it's called A
New,
newbie.
right, newbie, which stands for a new way to be.
Okay. How do you spell newbie?
NEW and then a space BE.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Newbie, a new way to be.
Yeah.
That's catchy.
Well, thank you. That my business is Newland Wellness, which I feel is Newland. It's a new place to land when you're looking for a new way to be.
Love it. Love it. All right. So let's play around with this. We've got this article, and you it's easier to take something in chunks, and so you'll get traffic from Medium where you're doing a good job. Um, we talked about it being a webinar, or you wondered about that. This is actually you could do this a couple ways. This could be um, 5 or 6 webinars because each one of those steps could be a short webinar, like a 30-minute webinar.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
that's
nice.
one of the things I'm looking forward to about Tom's thing this coming week is there's a guy that's going to do a whole show on 30-minute webinars. Um, so and you've got a choice. You could do all 5, or you could do one at a time. Um, or you know what you could do? Ooh, um, do the webinar, do all 5, and then no, do one, do 5 of them, separate, and then have here in between traffic and webinar and course, like a whole series of mini courses, like a longer version of that webinar.
Yeah,
And the trick here is don't do the mini courses first. Do the course first, okay?
yeah.
And then each module of the 5 modules becomes its own mini course. You've already done it. If you sold this course for 97 and then sold the 5 courses for say 27 or 37, the mini courses, that way they can get them one at a time. It's going to be cheaper if they get it here.
Mhm.
Um, and looking back over here, um, let's do this one, number 4. What you would want to have is a video,
Yeah.
okay? And you could put this clip in there as part of the content for that module,
Mhm.
um, for that part, and then the video could just be you expanding on this. Um, this would also be good for a checklist, like maybe signs of negative people, signs
Mm.
of soul suckers, energy suckers, um, and then do a Q&A, and then you would do that same thing just for each module. Um, one of the ways this all connects is way back in, what was it, '07 or '08, one or the other, '08, summer of '08, coming back from spending a weekend up at Tom Antion's, and I'm trying to get to Atlanta, get home to do a preview call for the course I was doing twice a year back then, article writing and marketing secrets, something like that. And I didn't make it. I had to stop outside of Charlotte, and so I got a room, set myself up to do a teleseminar from there, which was fine because the summer before I'd done one had done one from a rest stop in Kansas because all the hotels were full and it had Wi-Fi, thank God. And so I'm doing this webinar, or I'm listening to this teleseminar that I'd done before to make sure I include everything in this preview call, right?
Yeah.
And I stopped in my tracks, walking around the room, because you know how when somebody comes on board, I'll congratulate them, right?
Mhm.
Well, in this audio that I'm listening to, I congratulate 3 people in a row, and all 3 people were in my membership after the course, and I went, you've never looked at these numbers, Jeff. And I looked at the numbers and have found them to be true across the board that about a third of the people that take your course
Yeah.
will be in your membership.
Hmm.
So if you've got 10 people in a course, you can pretty much count on 3 new members coming
Nice.
out of that. Um,
Nice.
so this is an awesomely good feeder
Yeah.
for that kind of thing. Now, do you do any work with private clients?
I could. I
Okay.
haven't really. I've been doing more. I like the group coaching
Yeah,
aspect.
me too.
Meetings are magical.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Meetings are magical
Oh, thank you.
as opposed to the ones that aren't, right?
Right.
Back,
I had some of those too.
yeah.
We
Back when I
all
was
have.
a counseling psychologist, I was in one of my practices was at a group with, I was one of 11 therapists,
Yeah.
and we would meet twice a month just to kind of run the place. I want you to imagine trying to get 11 therapists to agree on something. Oh my God. They wanted to process it. And it took us one time, an entire month, 2 meetings to decide how we were going to share the expense of the copy paper.
Oh
And,
my goodness.
I'm the look at the options, pick one, go. And I'm just, drove me crazy. So yeah, meetings are magical, or group meetings are magical. I like that. And I really agree with you. I've done group work really since I was 13 years old.
Mm,
Um, and I think people change faster in groups.
yes.
They really do.
Yeah.
Um, and they're just fun.
Hmm. Right. You learn to support others, yourself.
Yeah.
There's wisdom shared with everyone.
Yep.
It's awesome.
I love it when somebody go in a group is listening to someone else talk and go, "You mean I'm not the only one who
Yeah.
struggles with that?" Well, it's a pretty big club. Um, all right, so we've got gold here.
Oh,
Um, any questions about where we are?
no, no, not at all.
Okay.
I'm just thrilled with what you are offering me here. Thank you.
My pleasure. This is really, really just the beginning of what you can do. Um, oh, what a great question from Bill. I'll put it up here. Why does Michelle think that as humans we so readily give away our power, so then we need to be empowered to get our power back? I love the wording of that.
Right?
Yeah, nice job, Bill. Why do you think we do that, Michelle?
Why do you think we do that?
Yeah,
I'd have to. Can I hear the question one more time?
sure. Why does Michelle think that as humans we so readily give away our power, so that we then need to be empowered to get our power back?
Hmm. Boy, I feel like could it be that we are just people that are always doing for others,
Yeah.
and we, because I feel like men as well as women do, and
Yes.
then we
Yes.
come to that point where we need to realize, wait, it can be about us, and that's not selfish.
I love that. It's not selfish, it's self-care. I love
Yeah,
it.
it
Bill,
is.
thanks for the good question. And you need to be a guest on this show, buddy. All right. As we wrap up here, again, article, traffic webinar course, membership, newbie, a new way to be. Love it, love it, love it. You're good at naming things.
Thank
Um, so any final questions, Michelle?
Um, no, I love the direction that we're going in. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you. I have enjoyed being a writer on Medium through the publication Illumination, and it is thanks to you, Jeff, that I was introduced to that, and Tim Maudlin back in lockdown of 2020.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it's just such an honor to have you take one of my articles and help me actually make content out of it.
Well, it's my pleasure, and I love people like you that are consistent and you make it easy. We got one more question
Yeah.
because I think I confused some people. Let's see. So how do the mini courses come after the course or membership? Okay. Here's where I confused you. Build the course first and then pull out the mini courses. But as far as where they'd be placed, I would put those right here. Okay. In between the webinars as ways to get people on board. Um, so they'd come before the membership in the course and feed both of those. Now, one little bonus tip. I have actually heard people say when they built out their ascension model that, well, somebody can't just come to the course or come to the membership. They got to start here and I'm thinking, what is wrong with you? You're leaving so much. These are on ramps, folks. Don't leave money on the table by telling people they got to start back here if they want to start here. Okay. So what you built is several on ramps. So thank you, Facebook user, for that question. I say Facebook user because that's how you're coming up here. All right. So let's wrap the show up. Again, Michele, thank you very much. Great job. Hang around. We're going to talk. And folks like Bill and others that are watching, listening, either live or on the replay, if you want to be someday sitting in Michele's seat, not at her house or work or wherever she is, actually, but doing this interview, being in that place, go to the contentprofitshow.com/guest. The Content Profit Show /guest. We will see you on episode 33 on Monday. And until then, you guys know what to do. Go use this very stuff. Because as you've seen, it flat out works.